So for her, did the sex drive just drop, or
Like
it
from
was
the
that's
beginning,
always, yeah.
the beginning, it was just like that. I thought it was gonna get better, but that was just wish it was. And
So how often are we talking about that you would want to have sex with her?
yeah, at least in a week, someone need to have sex at least maybe 5 or 6 times.
In a week? How many days are there in a
In
week?
a week?
It's 7. Yeah, it's 7 times.
In a
It's 7
week?
days in a week.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say?
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. Is it true?
Oh my God.
Is it true? Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Again, we're back. DeeRay in the building. And you know, always having fun guests in the studio. And today, I've got Larry. What's up, my brother?
I'm all good, man.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
All right, we're going to be discussing something spicy here today, okay? But I want you on your A game on this one. Like, give you that no holds barred, unfiltered. You know what I'm saying?
No
Jesus
problem.
wept.
I'm here.
Don't tell me you're getting shy already. Amelia,
wish.
you're never one for being shy, actually. And that's Amelia, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching for the first time, Amelia in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? So this question, let me just get straight into it. Yeah, how important is sex in a relationship?
Well, I would say it's very, very important, though.
Very, very important.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
is very important.
Expatiate.
I think it kind of bring couples even closer.
Intimacy.
Yeah, intimacy like bring couples closer, and I think.
So are you saying the more sex you have, the closer you are in a relationship?
For me personally, I think there has been a situation whereby the more sex I had with my partner, the closer we got.
Right.
And there has been situation whereby either maybe the lady wants too much or I was wanting too much. You understand? So it all depends.
So you're explaining different situations. Is that with different partners?
Yeah, like with different people.
People, man. What are we
Yeah.
talking about here?
No.
You told him to be.
So, well, okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, come
give
on.
it to me, yeah, give it to me.
Like, like even you yourself, you can tell me like you've only been
No,
with
no,
one partner.
bro, I'm only just asking the question.
Yeah, so
I ain't got no opinion
yeah,
on this
definitely. Like being an adult, I must have been with more than maybe 2 women in my life, right? So,
All right.
some might just feel like, oh, it's too much or whatever, and some might feel, oh, it is okay, and I might feel sometimes like, oh, you're asking for it too much. But at the end of the day, I just feel like sex is very, very important in a relationship.
Right.
It is, because it will definitely make the partners grow closer. You
Do
understand?
do you agree with that, Amelia?
Do I agree with that?
Yes.
Yes. Sex is very vital. It's like a vital glue
Okay.
that bonds the two people together.
Right.
But then sex is not what makes the relationship.
No, definitely it's not what makes the relationship, but
Yeah.
it is still very vital.
Yeah, it's very important to have
relationships,
sex.
So-
But that shouldn't be what the relationship
all about.
is based on. Because
Right.
some people just have relationship basically just because they want to have sex. So it's not what defines the relationship. But sex is very essential to keep the relationship going, because to be tactile is very important. You need body contact. You need
that warmth.
That's the way to
Yeah.
express.
Get close.
Sex is another way of expressing how you feel towards your partner.
All right. So if I understand you correctly, if you're not having sex, does that then mean you're probably not being affectionate the right way, or?
Sometimes in a relationship, when nobody's ill, nobody's sick, you're all okay,
Right.
and you're not having sex, of course something is going wrong.
So what could be wrong?
It could be there's a misunderstanding. It could be somebody else where one of you have gotten fed up of the other one, and it could be getting it elsewhere.
Or not?
Or it could be just because there are times in people's lives where you just get overwhelmed with life activity work problems, and you just don't, feel like having sex.
Having sex, right.
So it's not necessarily,
And that is bound to cause a strain on the
Of
relationship.
course, there's
right?
always something. Of course. But then again, I think it's about relating to your partner, telling them how you're feeling at the moment. Like for men, mostly. Sometimes, I think men are not very, vocal
Right.
about their feelings and what they're dealing with. They don't really tell their women, oh, this is what it is with me at the moment. And that's the reason why I really can't, perform in
Nah, but
the other room. So
like
most
that
men wouldn't
stereotype
say.
there. You stereotyping there though.
No, I'm saying mostly with men. That's what I said. Mostly
okay.
with
Mostly
men.
with men,
It doesn't mean it
right.
doesn't happen to women.
Right.
But mostly men are not brought up to be very emotional or to express themselves.
Right.
Women are more, expressive of how they
yeah.
feel because we speak a lot. We're all about our words.
Yeah.
We say more words than men. So because of that, we actually will let you know how we're feeling. Right? But most men could be going through something, and that's the reason why they've withdrawn in the sexual department, and that's why they don't want to have sex anymore
Okay.
until they start feeling better. Things are a bit lighter.
Right.
Workload is reduced. Most debt has been paid. So I think most of the debts have been paid. So if it's all about relating to your partner, saying to he or she, look, this is what I'm dealing with at the moment, and I'm not able to.
Yeah.
I'm not able to,
Yeah.
do
So-
this or do that.
Yeah, you're talking about communication. Communication, is a very, very vital.
We're talking about what could stop
Yeah.
people from,
Yeah, so
having, being active in
In the sex
the
department.
sex department. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but like if the guy can or if the woman or both of them can communicate with themselves, I think that is something that they can walk through.
Yeah, I think that's more like what Amelia is saying as well.
Yeah, they can work it out.
Right.
It's very important to always relate, but sex is a bonding glue. That's it. That's what I call it.
So-
It's a bonding glue.
Let's
Yeah, it is.
let's look
In a
at this from
relationship.
a different angle, right? So
Okay.
sexual compatibility or sex
Okay.
drive, right? So two people may actually like themselves, maybe affectionate about themselves, or they actually are attracted to themselves, but I think it always happens in every relationship that one party has a higher sex drive than the other.
Yeah.
Right. So is that likely or bound to cause a strain in the relationship if one person has a higher sex drive?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Like because I've been in a relationship whereby my partner, she didn't like having sex that much.
But you liked her so much anyways, right?
Yeah, but I liked her, but just because she didn't like sex, I had to end the relationship then. I know I was a little bit.
That's a
wrong
bit
for doing
extreme,
that.
right?
Yeah, but you know how it was. I wanted it and I wasn't getting it, so it's like I have to go outside there to look for it, which means I'm gonna be then shitting on her, and I didn't want to do that. So I just had to
So
hand the whole thing.
was this? How long were you in a relationship before this started happening?
I think we're just like a couple of months into the relationship.
Okay, so for her, did the sex drive just drop, or
Like
it
from
was?
the
That's always
beginning,
yeah.
the beginning, it was just like that. I thought it was gonna get better, but that was just wish it
didn't.
was. And
So how often are we talking about that you would want to have sex with her?
Yeah, at least in a week, someone need to have sex at least maybe 5 or 6 times.
In a week, how many days are there in a
In
week?
a week?
It's 7. Yeah, it's 7 times.
In a
It's 7
week?
days in a week.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, it's the truth.
Oh my God.
It's the truth.
So let's get this right. So you're saying
Yeah.
in a proper relationship, you should have sex at least.
Yeah,
Hold on, say, is it 6 days of the week or 6 times in a week?
6 days of the week. You don't have to count how many times you have sex.
So which one is the off day? Is it Sunday?
No, it depends.
Sunday could be included.
Sunday.
It could actually be Sunday
No, it
that'll be the
depends.
6th day.
Look, if people really do care for themselves, there is no need for them to be like booking an appointment when they have sex.
But let's face reality. For
Right.
me, it's with the kind of world we're living in today, it's very unrealistic for most couples to actually have sex 6 times a week. Where's the we're
6
tired.
times a week, how
you
much more?
walk
6
you
days
walk
a week.
probably from 8 to 6 p.m. You get home, you're tired, you're trying to take care of the kids and sort them and put them to bed. You're worn out, your partner is worn out, probably in a relationship where it's a man and a woman together that have children.
Right.
But in a case where maybe You're talking about people who don't live together or live-in lovers.
Okay.
You know, both parties are working. So where's really the time?
I think we're qualifying that though. So
where's really the time to actually have sex 6 times a week? For those with very high libido, I could understand maybe they have a way of, you know, making it work out for both of them.
Right.
But in the actual sense of it, I would say in a healthy relationship.
So
like what the doctor will recommend. 3 times a week will do.
What doctor is that?
so when
What
you
the
come,
doctor will recommend. What the doctor will recommend.
3 times or 3
A
weeks?
week.
Sorry,
3 times
or
a
3
week.
days.
3 times
3
a week.
times a week.
Okay,
So it
but-
could just be 3 times on Monday and then that's it for the whole
It
week.
doesn't necessarily have to. You don't, because look, in case a man and a woman meets up and they're having sex, they're not counting how many rounds they've had.
No, I'm just trying to understand the 3 times
If you've had
recommended
sex
by
on
the
Monday,
doctor.
if you had sex on Monday, that's for Monday.
Okay.
If you have sex on Wednesday, that's the second one.
Oh, so 3 days a week
At least.
at least.
okay, just a quick question now there.
But the
for you.
rounds could be numerous.
But you were talking about like people going to work and they come back from work and they're tired, so where's the time for that, right? But like when you come back from work, you will still go into the kitchen and prepare like meal,
Dinner, yeah.
and everything, right? And you will still eat and you still do other stuff. So why then do they have to like, you know, make sex look a little bit different than the other like
The daily
activities that
chores.
you do? You understand?
You should just make like
Yeah,
do it real
it's-
quickly in
it's-
the kitchen while she's
You
cooking.
get what
You
I'm
might as well
saying? Like you just
multitasking. Yeah.
like because it's natural. It's something that like
I don't know as a man if I should be saying to you that you have a high sex drive.
yeah, maybe, but I like if I
He's
can,
got high libido.
no, personally, if I can even have it like every day, yeah, I'm okay with it because I've never ever said no to sex before though. There's never been an occasion whereby if my woman says she want me, then I'm saying no just because I came back from work and I think I'm tired. No, let me just have it and just be happy with it. You get what I'm saying? That's just me.
Right.
That's good.
Okay. So now, obviously, apart from, you know, making it not sound like a daily chore, there are some relationships that will have their sex, their sex life impacted by, you know, the external factors that we've talked about, you know. And other times, you know, the longer you are in a relationship, the higher the chance that the sexual activities will drop. You know, by virtue of probably, you know, you're just used to it. It's becoming, you know, probably the same old thing, right? I'm not. Am I making sense in that regard, right? So how do you then, you know, work around that?
You spice up the relationship, like you try different things.
Like
things,
what?
Like things maybe you've not done before. Because sometimes maybe when you continue doing just the same thing over and over again, like in terms of having sex or making love to your partner, it becomes a little bit boring. So you just try different things. Things maybe you guys have never done before.
Like role play.
Yeah, like role
play and stuff, right?
Yeah, like you just do things that you never
Study
done before.
Kama Sutra.
Okay, we're getting some expertise here. Kama Sutra.
Study the Kama Sutra.
But do we want to agree that age is also a factor?
A factor, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
How can age be a factor?
It is a factor for many people because they start aging. Different health issues actually can affect one's
that's
you know
true.
sex drive
That's
and
true.
need for sex.
Right, because you know when you were talking about sex the other time with in relation to you coming back from work and being tired, so it's not everyone that's involved in a sexual relationship that works. We do have students or young ones who also have sex. You know what I mean? So they probably will not have
At
that
that
sort
age,
of.
when for the young ones, that's they feel there's so much energy, they're hyper, the hormones, the sex hormones are just
all over the place, so they're
going crazy.
yeah.
They have the energy
They can
to
have
do it, so
as many
they can
times as
have
they
it
want.
as many times they want to.
Right.
You know, so long as they're making the right choices and staying safe.
But
for
even like that, there are some common denominators, right? So, for example, being with the same person for so long would obviously reduce the excitement around wanting to have sex with the same.
No. I don't think it. Like, it depends on.
Look who's talking though. How long is the longest relationship you've had?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Look. You see, what people don't really understand sometimes, right? If you do care about somebody, like you really do care about that person, Like
We
you never ever get tired of that person
Really,
at all.
really use the word care,
Care.
of if you. It's not care for me. I think it's if you do really
Wants
love
that
somebody.
Okay,
and
okay,
if
yeah.
you are truly in love with
Yeah,
somebody.
okay, that's the right word. Sorry, I used
Yeah.
the wrong
Okay,
word.
hold on.
If
So-
you truly
In
love
love.
somebody,
Is it not possible to be in love with someone and then not have a sexual attraction to them?
no, you would definitely have.
If you love somebody in the eros way, yeah,
In what way?
eros is a kind of love
Okay.
where you really want to be intimate, right?
Right.
If you love them in that way, there is no way you're not going to want to express it. Expression is part of wanting to touch that person, cuddle up with that person, just enjoy the moment of being together. So I think if you're in love with somebody, it's a way of expressing it. Sex is just.
So if you're with someone,
It doesn't mean that people don't have sex even if they're not in love.
okay, so love is not really.
It's not a necessity. No, it's not.
Yeah, you don't have to be in love to have sex with
Yeah,
somebody.
but saying that you've been with somebody for so long and then you now start getting tired of them, it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen.
It does happen, but I think it only happens in a case where both people are not really making efforts
Okay.
in trying to keep
Yeah.
their relationship, keep the spark alive.
Yeah, but you see, love is not something you need to even make an effort.
No, you have-
love the person.
No,
love
you
the
have to
person.
try. You have to try because you know why.
Having sex, you have to make an effort
No,
No, I'm talking about to love somebody.
to love someone. Okay.
Like, love is something that just flow naturally.
Yeah, but then the truth is this: in a long-term relationship,
Yep.
okay, there are many factors we're talking about that could actually make them, grow apart. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like having children, your love is divided. All right, daddy is making out time for kids, mom is making out time for kids, and then your work and all the stuff. So that may actually limit the time you get to really sit down and talk to one another and really listen to each other, right? And that could make you grow apart. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't love each other. Yeah, so it's just things happen, every day that kind of affects our relationship with our partners. It doesn't mean we stop loving them, but it's left to us to say, hey, I've been so we've been so apart. We don't really have time to do the things we enjoy doing anymore. We don't really have time to have our dinner dates. We don't have time to do our movie nights anymore. We don't even go for a stroll in the park anymore. Just me and you. We need to create time and just take a time to check into a nice hotel like we used to. Just me and you. have a bubbly bath, have fun, make love like we used to. Things like
So
that.
basically, you have to make a conscious
Exactly, you have to
effort.
make effort to keep things
into-
rolling.
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like a seed. If you sow it on a fertile ground, does not mean that you don't need to water it.
Right.
So you have to make continuous
keep
effort
nurturing it, yeah.
to keep watering it, keep
Yeah.
making effort, take all the weeds out from time to time, and the seed will grow into a beautiful flower. So every relationship has to be worked on. It takes two to tango.
Yeah,
Words-
I get what you're
words-
saying, though.
words of wisdom.
Yeah, because you're talking about having date nights, right?
Doing things like you used to do, creating
Yeah.
time, not just letting things, wear off, It's necessary.
Yeah, no,
So
I
you-
agree with that one. But what I was just trying to say is love is just something that just flows naturally. Yeah. But once you are in a relationship, you still have to work towards that relationship. You have to do things that will make your partner happy, that will make your partner want to continue to be in that relationship. Definitely, you understand? Because say someone is in a relationship and that partner love them, and they now just change overnight and then start doing things that just irritate that person might just fall out of love.
Of course,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
But the more effort you put into doing things that will make that partner feel excited and feel happy, the more they want to spend time with you.
But
So I
so
get
how do you handle a situation where one party has a seriously high sex drive? So let's say, for example, both of you are talking about the recommended number of
Yes.
times. So Larry's saying 6 times a week, Amelia is saying 3 times a week, right? So if in a relationship you have both parties thinking like that, how do you? Where's the middle ground?
Where do you find
What
the
does?
balance?
Yeah,
I think it's about I believe in every healthy relationship there is sacrifice. One person has got to sacrifice. The one with the lesser sexual urge could say, because my partner likes this a lot, all right, I might be able to do
So
this
up my game a bit.
to up my game a bit. I might try. and
But
see
not
what-
up to sex, though. Maybe like
I
coming.
try my best to see how I can meet up to his demands sexually. But then maybe if it's the one with the higher sex drive could
Right.
say, you know what, okay, he or she is not the same way I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just gonna like take it easy, step down a little
So
bit.
it shouldn't be a basis for
I
wanting
think
to
it's
call
both
it off.
people making sacrifices. It shouldn't be when there's true love in a relationship.
Right.
I don't think people should just break it off because of how many times you're having sex.
Yeah, you're right though. Like,
Well, maybe not how many times you're having sex, but obviously if
Or how
it's-
well you're giving,
if
or
it's-
how well you're getting it. No,
I think it depends on how important it is to both. You know, so if someone is in a relationship and what they want in that relationship, what they think they're getting out of that relationship is just sex, and you're not getting enough of it, it might just be a reason for them to want to just let it be. You
but
know?
then you keep going. If that's an excuse for many people, yeah, I know that. But at the end of the day, for people in such situation, the question is how many people actually do have high sex drive?
We need to take a poll on that one.
Oh,
though.
exactly. You have to take a poll because you could actually, some people could just be very unlucky and just keep meeting people who have very low sex drive, and their sex drive is just out of the roof.
Right.
So what are you going to keep doing? Breaking up with everybody you love because you're not meeting the woman or the man that's
Yeah, that's one way.
compatible with you.
That's one way to
I think
do
it's
it.
all about. I think it's all about balance. Finding a place where you're both comfortable with each other. Like it's more for me. It's okay. It could be in a case where the guy has high sex drive and the lady doesn't. Right? Okay, and the lady decides, you know what? This week we're doing it 6 times. All right.
Right.
I don't mind.
Happy days,
I'm
happy days,
I'm gonna up my game this week. I'm gonna up my game this week. All right, for you, because I love you and I want you to be happy. All right, so it's okay. But next week, can I get a breather?
Of no sex at all?
Of no, for maybe just 3 times.
Okay, but it shows she was doing 3 times normally, and then
So
this
you
week
could
she's just gonna up it up to.
find the balance. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna try to bend a little for you this week. But what about next week? If you bend a little for me and give me some gap to rest because I don't want to.
Right.
Do you understand? It's all about understanding, finding a balance.
You're right, actually. I think that's just the way it is.
I mean,
you just have
you're
to find
right
the balance.
though. But sometimes it's not easy. But
It's never easy.
if you really do care for that person, or if you really do
You should
love
be able
that
to make
person, you
sacrifices,
have to
yeah.
make the sacrifices
To keep the
because,
relationship.
to keep the relationship.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like a lot of people have done things that maybe they regret. Like you see the lady I told you about that. I mean, I handed the whole thing with.
Yeah.
I regretted it later on, though. You understand?
You could have been more accommodating.
Yeah, you get me. And I even had to like do some things like to apologize and all that. But we didn't get back together anyway.
Yeah.
But I regretted my actions. But actually, it was because of the sex thing, and I wasn't
So
supposed
you
to
would
break up.
you
because of
would
that.
you would handle the situation differently if it
Yeah, I
was
would
now.
have. I was supposed to do that, but I didn't. But you know how you do things sometimes without even realizing that you're hurting the other person.
Right.
That maybe as time goes by, you realize the mistake you've done and you start regretting it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the regrets I have. But I did call her, apologize, and I try to work things out like for us to just be friends. Yeah, but I mean that was one of the mistakes I made anyway.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good,
but
guys.
I like to throw this in there.
Right.
I think it's for sex to be enjoyed between both parties, it shouldn't be an addiction. That's it.
That's a separate conversation, though.
That's a separate conversation. I'm just keep putting that in. It
Nah,
should
sex,
not.
sex is an addiction. Like sex is just a natural thing.
No,
I
should-
know.
no, what I mean is
Larry, I
should-
think you're.
it's for
I
some
think you're
people.
addicted to sex, though.
No, I'm
No,
not.
some
Nah.
people are addicted.
I won't
They
call
can't-
mine
they
an
can't-
You'll
addiction.
complain if
They
you're getting
can't
sex
go.
every
They
day.
can't go.
More like 3 times a day.
They can't go
every
a
day.
month. Some people can't go a month without sex.
Are you serious? Like seriously, some people can't go a month without sex.
Yeah, some people
Why would you
can't.
want to go a month without sex?
That's for you men, but we women stay for as long as forever.
So you can go.
I can go longer. I can
3
go
months, a year.
2.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think we're getting to
I can't go a week
uncharted
without
territory.
sex. A week, no.
All right, guys. So this is really, really good a conversation that we were having there. Amelia, thank you very much, as well as Larry. Now, for guys watching us at home, if you want to get involved in the conversation, you know where to hit us up. You can always send us a DM or make comments on the posts on Instagram and YouTube. And feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our pages both on Instagram and YouTube. So, guys, once more, thank you very much. And until next time, when your boy DeeRay will be hitting you again on the show, The Real Xchange. I'm signing out. Bye.